Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. Last episode, we got the huge materia from the Shinra rocket and prevented them from sending it off into Midgar. And this episode, we're going to continue with something I forgot to do last time in Rocket Town. So you want to run into Rocket Town. And if you remember, there's this guy we got I believe it was the Yoshi Yuri or something or ever, from this dude earlier in the game. And if you talk to him now, he'll say, "My precious rocket, it's gone." Talk to him again and he'll say, "I know, no matter how much I look, the rocket's still gone. I just can't stop it. Call it an old man's will, if you will, or old man's folly, if you will." Talk to him a third time and he'll say, "Sorry to get you into this. For me, it's kinda a hobby." Watching a rocket? No, whatever. And finally, on the third time, he'll say, out of appreciation, he will give you the Venus Gospel, which is Cid's final weapon, Trying to think. All final weapons have a certain use to them. I forgot what Cid's is. Maybe I think it has to do with his MP, or maybe it's his limit bar charged, kind of like Tifa's. Well, whatever. We're not going to use it right now. And I also want to show you I did switch up my party, and we will be taking part in a boss battle, so I am equipped for it. So I'm bringing Red 13 and Barret along because I haven't used them in a while. And just to show you, Red 13 has the escort guard we got on the Gilnica earlier. And it nullifies lightning, earth, water, and poison, so we'll use that in the upcoming battle. And he has a ribbon because the boss can use silence. Cloud and Barret, on the other hand, have Tetra Elementals to absorb some of the boss's attacks. Unfortunately, without the ribbons, they will be susceptible. And starting off on Materia, nothing is really different. Red has Yuffie's materia, and Barret has Cid's materia with the addition of the steel materia. Because the boss that we're going to fight has a better double growth materia weapon for Yuffie that I want to steal from them. So, want to do that, and just be advised this will be a slightly longer than normal episode, probably coming in around 30 minutes. So, once you've done that and grabbed the Venus Gospel from Rocket Town, what you need to do is hop back on your Chocobo, get in your High Wind, and we're going to fly to Cosmo Canyon. If I can remember how to get there. And you might wonder why I'm bringing the Chocobo. Well, there's Cosmo Canyon, and this is like the closest we can land. And with the gold Chocobo, we're right there at Cosmo Canyon. Nice and easy. So you want to run into Cosmo Canyon. You're going to want to go all the way back to Bugenhagen's laboratory on the top. So, take this door, run up the stairs. We are going to get a materia from Bugenhagen, and this does advance the plot of the game. And then I believe it's this door. Nope, I was wrong, it's the ladder. So, take the ladder up to Bugenhagen's residence. Okay, continue climbing up, and then you can head through the door, and if we go in here, we can talk to Bugenhagen, and see what he has to say. And he's going to say we're always welcome here if we need his wisdom, and there's kind of a confusing conversation going on. He's like, "Oh, have you lost your way?" So I'm going to skip some of this, because a lot of it's kind of confusing, and it doesn't really have any bearing on us right now. And he's just speaking cryptically like you're looking for something, but you don't know how to find it. Cloud says he can't remember anything. Basically, at this point in the game, the crew doesn't know what to do, so he's gonna kind of show us. And Cloud's gonna think, "Oh, nope. Make a call on the PHS and bring everyone here." There we go. So now we have the whole crew chilling out in Bugenhagen's laboratory. Basically, the end result of all this is we're going to go back to where Aeris was unfortunately killed. So basically everyone's going to have their memories of Aeris and talk about them. Like I said, this is confusing, but the scenes at the Forgotten Capital, they will explain this a lot more. So she said she was the only one that could stop Meteor. We're going to learn that Aeris didn't really fail in the absolute meaning of the term, but like I said, that'll be explained once we make our way to the Forgotten Capital. What did Aeris know? Why did she face Sephiroth without running away? So Bugenhagen says, why don't you take me there and maybe I can figure out what's going on? Oh, even he likes to get out from time to time and see the outside world. I love Sid. He's the first to leave. And Bugenhagen says, let's go. So you'll be left with Bugenhagen and Cloud alone in his laboratory. And Cloud is going to ask Bugenhagen basically to hold on to the huge materia that we've collected and keep it safe. So he's going to take you up to his laboratory. Or upstairs to his little cool... I don't know what you would call this planetarium, I guess. So, if you see those 4 objects around, that is the huge materia that we collected. You can see the summon, magic, command, and independent materia. So now, for instance, if you go up to it, you say it says it's glowing strangely, and if you get closer, emitted a gentle glow. The color is the same as the magic materia. Now, if you master every single magic spell, at least one of them in the game, you can come back and get a master summon materia, or master magic materia. Same thing with summon, and the same thing with command. Over here is the yellow, but you don't have to master every command materia. I don't even know if I'm going to bother with these mastering materias. Who am I kidding? I'm going to wind up doing it. However, if you go to the independent, there's no master independent materia. But if you got Bahamut, and you got Neo Bahamut, and you get closer, is that Bahamut? So, because we have both of them, the materia glows brightly and gives us... Bahamut Zero materia, another summon materia. So, what you can do now once you have Bahamut Zero is you just want to say, yeah, let's go back down. So, that's all you can do for now. If you hadn't gotten the full cure materia, you could have picked it up before then. I did it earlier in the game. Bugenhagen loves the smell of machinery. And the smell of nature. So he's going to go on off to the deck. And what you need to do... Blah, 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 blah. Bye for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to run back to the cockpit. And I think our pilot will be level 11, or maybe even level 13 now. Let's see here. Oh, level 11. So he's going to say, let's go. So real quickly, our next stop is going to be the Forgotten City. Now, you can actually land right next to it. You don't have to go through Bone Village. I'm just going to quickly get my Chocobo back, and I'll meet you guys at the Forgotten City. Okay, so we're flying over Bone Village, and that's the Forgotten Capital right there. Luckily, nope. Luckily, you can just set the high wind down right here, get off your Chocobo, and enter the Forgotten City. Now, if you haven't gotten the key that I got a couple episodes ago, you have to go and make sure that you got it now. We're going to need it to do a part upcoming very shortly in this area. So you first want to take the path to the left. You can ignore all the other paths for now. And in case you forgot where that key is, it's kind of underneath the city in the underwater. There's that little room that you can go off to. Just go back a couple episodes and it's one of the first things I do. In fact, it may even be the most previous episode. So you come over here and Bugenhagen's going to start sensing stuff. And you want to... Oh, that's right, Cloud's going to say, are you getting something? So this pillar is kind of lit. We'll figure out why in just a minute. So you just need to run over here. And we can run up and talk to Bugenhagen. The knowledge of the ancients is swirling around here telling me one thing. Planet's in a crisis. Yeah, well, we figured. I mean, that's the reason it released Meteor. Oh, it's beyond human power or endless time. Well, that doesn't sound good. So when the time comes, we must search for Holy. So Holy, while Alexander is a holy guardian force, this is kind of different. Basically, it's talking about the white materia that Aeris had on her. So if a person... Yeah, you can read. Basically, if Holy appears, it'll take care of Meteor, it'll take care of Weapon. Everything will disappear, maybe even the humans. So basically, the planet will decide what to leave if Holy appears. All that is bad will disappear. And Bugenhagen referred to himself as a human. Last time I checked, humans weren't able to float in the air. Well, someone already found Holy. So the white materia will unleash the Holy. And if you remember, Aeris had it, and, it kind of fell to the ground. When Sephiroth, well, technically, I guess it was Genova, stabbed her through the back. Oh, and if our wish reaches the planet, the white material will begin to glow a pale green. And Cloud's gonna say, oh, because Aeris dropped it, this has to be the end. Yep, because Aeris had the white materia. When she died, it fell from the altar and crashed into, I don't know if that's the water or life stream. So Cloud pretty much says, this is probably the end here. Now, Bugenhagen is really, really nice, so he's gonna let us watch that scene again. Oh, but first we have to have a discussion about the ancients' writing on the altar, even though he can't read it. So apparently they know what Greek is in this world. Yeah, he's not an ancient, he can't read it. However, someone did decipher one passage. And that's basically what's telling you is you need to get the key, if you haven't gotten it already. Key to the ancients, Cloud. You know, the thing we got? Dumb shit. Blah 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 riddle, blah 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 Aeris. And now that, because I have the key, Bugenhagen's gonna take the key and put it in what they call the music box. That's the weirdest looking music box I've ever seen. Oh, and apparently humans can all... Well, there is magic in the game, so I'll give them that one. Oh, it is playing a tune, kind of. So as soon as you can, just go inside as Bugenhagen says. Just a screen to project an image. Yep, aren't you so nice for letting us watch this again? You know, you're going to show us Aeris when the crew really honestly hasn't gotten over losing her. At least we don't have to watch her being stabbed again. And that is the white materia that she drops. That's probably why they made a big deal of it falling down during her death scene. And there it is, glowing pale green. So I guess that means our wish is, or Aeris' wish, is reaching the planet. Yep, it's pale green, it's glowing. So Aeris had already prayed for Holy. And that she decided to do it after Cloud gave Sephiroth the black materia. And that's why she was the only one to stop Sephiroth, and that's why there was a secret here, because she could pray for Holy, and she had the white materia. So she was probably planning on dropping it into the water anyway. And now Cloud's gonna blame himself for not figuring it out earlier. I'll do the rest. And Barrett says, no, we will do the rest. So we don't need to worry about the white materia, because that's already been taken care of. Taken care of for us. Yay, one thing taken care of for us. And Cloud wants to know why Holy isn't moving. And Bugenhagen is saying something's getting in its way. And that something, that's going to be Sephiroth. So you have to defeat Sephiroth to allow Holy to defeat Meteor and finish off the weapons. Even though I think we're actually going to kill all of the weapons, but that's immaterial. And you can talk to Bugenhagen, or not, or you can just leave. So, oh, we're getting a phone call. And believe it or not, it's going to be Kate Sith. Oh, they moved Junon's cannon. So that huge gun that was at Junon, it's gone. So Rufus wants to destroy Sephiroth with it, so that means he would have to fire it at the northern crater, basically. Cannon operates on huge materia. So he has to move it somewhere where he can get huge materia. Yep. That place, that is Midgar. So that's Reeve, Heidegger, and Scarlet. And the president says, Reeve, you gotta adjust the output so we can get enough material to fire the weapon. Yeah, just open it up all the way. Nothing will possibly go wrong at all. Actually, that is kind of true. If Sephiroth is defeated, Holy should appear and take care of Yeah, don't call it a Mako Cannon. Call it the Sister Ray. Now, I thought it was already named the Sister Ray when it was in Junon. I thought that was the name alongside the cannon. But apparently I was mistaken. So now all you have to do is exit the city, and I'll cut a few seconds of that out for backtracking, because I'm pretty sure Bugenhagen doesn't appear and tell us anything. Okay, once you're back on the world map, take a few steps toward your vehicles of choice. And as I try to get in the high wind, I'm sure this isn't good. Oh, something coming out of the water. That's kind of scary. That is Diamond Weapon. That is the first weapon that we ourselves are actually going to defeat. We still have Diamond Weapon, Ultima Weapon, Ruby Weapon, and Emerald Weapon. Huh, that's never glowed green before. What's going on there? A strange signal. Wow, green? Yeah, that's red. It's coming from Cait Sith. Because if you remember, Cait Sith is, the controller of Cait Sith is actually back at the Shinra headquarters. So Weapon came out of the sea, is heading straight for Midgar, and his controls went all crazy. Oh, the new weapon should take care of him, right? Yeah, well, not if it's ready to fire. So now Barret and Cait Sith are going to argue. Barrett's going to be like, well, what happened to Marlene? And Cait Sith's going to be like, hey, you know what? You've killed people before. Remember blowing up the reactor? Scratching. And he's been itching to say it for a while, but you're not exactly without fault. Yeah, when you blew up Sector 1 reactor, how many do you think died? And this is Cait Sith playing on Barrett's moral ambiguity. So it says to protect the planet. It sounds good. However, your means to do that, well, that can be kind of questionable. So this is kind of an argument between the two that's really pointless at this point in the game. Yeah, Cloud's like, just knock it off. Tifa, that's kind of downplaying it. Well, Barret knows what he did, and what we did can't be forgiven. That's it. Don't worry, we're going to find out who's pulling the strings for Cait Sith very, very soon. So we're going to go to Midgar and we're going to fight Weapon. So you just need to pilot the airship to Midgar. Yep, there's Weapon, and if you try to fly into Weapons, it'll just be like, hey, what are you trying to do? Break the damn shit? Highwind? So we'll get off our gold chocobo, and now we just have to wait for Weapon to get over here. And wait. So while I'm waiting for him, I'm just going to tell you, once we defeat Weapon, that'll pretty much be the end of the episode. It's your last chance to do the Wutai side quest, so that is what I'll be doing next episode. It'll be a short episode, and then we'll continue on with the story. So I'm just going to cut out while I'm waiting for Diamond Weapon to get over here. Oh, and the one thing I will do, which I haven't done yet, is give someone the Bahamut 0 Materia so you can see that summon. Okay, so we're just going to stand on the beach as Diamond Weapon is making his way. He'll run into us and we'll start the battle. Pretty easy battle. The one thing you have to remember early on is that Diamond Weapon is going to be invulnerable to physical attacks. That's why he took 0 damage right there. So, first things first, the Big Guard. You can see his one attack is healing us because of the Tetra Elemental on Barret. And then I want to have Barret mug him. Now, while he's not going to do damage, this is actually the boss that has the Rising Sun, which, like I said, it's a better double growth weapon for Yuffie. Hopefully he'll get it on the first. Okay, of course not. So we'll just wait for Barret to be able to steal it. You know, it's funny how I got this on the first try on my playthrough. Okay, so I stole the Rising Sun. So now what you want to do is you just want to use Magic Breath or your powerful summons on Mr. Diamond Weapon here. So Terra Flare is Bahamut 0. Let's see. So, apparently Diamond Weapon, or, excuse me, Bahamut 0 is a, alien Bahamut. Now, I should point out that Diamond Weapon, it's never personally happened to me, but I've heard that he can actually all of a sudden be invulnerable to magic. So, after I use Magic Breath once by Barret, though, we're going to use a certain spell that we have that should take care of him without an issue. So, if you don't have it, you can use your summons like Bahamut, or enemy skill Magic Breath will take just good care of him. However, if you're like me and you want to end this quickly, well, we'll just use Knights of the Round. So I'll have have Barret use Magic Breath, which, you know, does a little bit of damage. But we need Ultimate End, and I'll actually cut out the animation of Knights of the Round because it gets a little repetitive and boring. And here comes Arthur for his finishing blow, of course. I will say that if you do not have Knights of the Round Ultima, especially with Quadra Magic, and Comet 2 can do a decent amount of damage. In fact, if he's still alive, Comet 2 is going to be my go-to. However, with the HP that he does have, yeah, Knights of the Round pretty sweet, does the job. And we're going to get a ton of AP and experience for beating him. So Neo Bahamut Revive and all Materia leveled up. Red 13 leveled up. Barret levels up. Yep. Pretty sweet. Now, even if we weren't able to take care of a Diamond Weapon, well, Shinra's going to show that their weapon is working just fine. What are you looking at? Well, he's gonna attack Midgar, Barret, you know? Oh. No, it's feeling something. It senses murder. And Red 13 says, let's watch him from the airship. Kate Sith says, something big, really big is coming. Let's get out of here. And as you see there, Heidegger and Scarlet say that the Sister Ray is ready. And Rufus says, yeah, let's use it. Wow, they got all the power plants working to fire this thing. All the reactors, I should say. And it causes a citywide blackout when they use it. That's awesome. That is not going to be good. So, because Diamond Weapon senses what's happening, he's going to unleash his arsenal. Remember, it's a planet protector, basically. And Barrett's going to yell Marlene. One of the, well, I guess they're both kind of gonna win. So you can see the airship heading away. Diamond Weapon's about to get owned with that huge Materia blast. Yeah, that'll take care of him right through the chest. Yep, went right through them. And they're actually firing it towards the northern boundary of the crater. And it'll do its job. However, while they were successful, yeah, whatever weapon fired at Midgar is still on its way. And Rufus, well, we were hoping to fight you again, but Weapon's taking care of that. If you've watched Advent Children, you know that there's more to the story, but for this purpose, he's done. Alright, so the northern cave, the northern crater, basically you can fly over it now. However, oh wow, learner pilot number 14. What I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to take care of the Wutai side quest. So I'm just going to fly over to Wutai. And like I said, the reason I'm going to take care of it is because it's the last time that you can actually do it. And it's really quick. So I'll head to Wutai and I'll meet you guys at the Dao Choa Mountain, whatever. Yeah, I'll see you guys there. Okay, now that we're back in Wutai, you might remember this cave from earlier. Well, since we got the Leviathan scales from before we got the submarine, you run into this fire, it'll say the scale of the sea god shines. And if we run up to this fire here, it'll say the exact same thing. And we get the Oritsuru. It's a weapon for Yuffie I'm probably not going to use. And the last spot we can go is down here. And there is a support materia, or independent materia? No, support materia. Down at the bottom. It's the Steel is Well materia. And just to show you, I'm not going to use it. But for instance, right here I have Comet. So if I was to take this off and put Steel is Well on, basically Red 13 would try to use Steel when Comet was used. So that's the materia. I mean, that's the prizes for this. You know, not really worth it, but I just figured I'd show you since it is a walkthrough. And the next thing we have to do, the last thing, is fly over the northern cave. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick. Yeah, the real reason I wanted to quickly throw in that Wutai side quest is because I knew that if I didn't do it then, I'd basically forget about it. So, I just wanted to get it done out of the way because I wanted to show you everything in the game. Where is that stupid cave? Here it is. Yay, it's gone. And Cait Sith is flipping out because we're gonna learn. Yep. It's Scarlet and Heidegger, and that's Reeve. Reeve is the one who's controlling Cait Sith. Yeah, you can't reach him because he's dead, Heidegger. Reeve says, oh, let's go to the Sister Ray. Reeve shut off the machine. He can't. It's increasing its output all on its own, Scarlet. So, I don't really know how they know that he's Cait Sith through this, but whatever. Yeah, why are you giving orders? Shut up, Heidegger. You're a lackey. The Turks are like kind of their own little secret police. Oh. Hojo. It all comes down to Hojo. Oh, and he's trying to help Sephiroth. Of course he's trying to help him. Yep, Hojo is insane, in case you didn't already know. Luckily, we're finally going to settle the score with him very shortly. Before your presence, science is powerlessness. Yeah, that's not good. And Barret tells Cait Sith to do something. He's gonna waddle over to Barret and say, he can't do anything. Hojo's doing it on his own. Oh. But wait a minute. Yep, it's Reeve. Cloud asks if he can stop the reactor. And Cait Sith is going to tell him what Reeve just told Scarlet. He can't stop it. Did you even hear what he said, Barret? This is one of those parts where the dialogue is getting a little long. Blah, 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 blah. Can't shut down the reactor, can't shut off the veil, blah. Oh my god. Shut up and just let us continue on with the game. Yeah, so you can't shut off the reactor because it'll basically destroy the city. There, I said that in about 7 words. That's all you really need. Yeah, the blast will pretty much destroy all of Midgar. Because we gotta stop Hojo because he's trying to help Sephiroth. And Reeve finally reveals his nature, so that it looks like Cloud and the others are on their way. Stay out of the way. Peace Preservation Force. It's a nice name. And Heidegger's going to take this point to say, the president's dead. Now we're doing things my way. With his stupid braying hyena laugh. And Scarlet's laugh. So they're going to arrest Reeve and take him away. So we're heading for Midgar. We're going to save Reeve and the city. So real quick, if you go back into the pilot room, I believe... Not 100% sure. Nope. Oh, now he's limit break. Basically, you can get to a point where he'd become like a full pilot. So we're going to head for Midgar. This is your last chance to do that Wutai side quest if you want to. All you have to do now is actually fly over Midgar, because we are going to parachute in like I promised a little while ago. However, I'm not going to do that this episode. That's going to take a whole episode by itself. So as always, guys, thanks for watching and sticking with this episode. I know it's a longer one. Smash the thumbs up if you like the video. And the next time we will parachute into Midgar and see if we can save Reeve and stop Hojo. See you next time, guys.